If you are an NRI and you are about to file your Indian tax return for the year that just ended, stop. There are 3 things on the new income tax portal that can wreck your filing this year. One of them costs people 30% of their refund. Most NRIs don't notice it until it's too late. I am going to walk you through the entire filing, screen by screen, exactly what you will see on Income Tax Government portal. By the end, you will have filed ITR 2, claimed your DTAA benefit and paid the right tax and e-verified it. 12 steps, roughly 10 minutes. Let's go. Quick context before we start. Filing for assessment year 2026-27 means you are reporting income tax earned between April 1st, 2025 and March 31st, 26. The due date is July 31st, 2026 if you are not subject to audit, which most NRIs aren't. Here's what new and weird thing this year. The new Income Tax Act 2025 came into force on April 1st, 2026. But, and this is critical, that new act applies to income earned from April 2026 onwards. So for this year filing, the old Act of 1961 still applies. The portal will show you both options. We will handle that in step 4. The form you will file is ITR 2. NRIs cannot use ITR 1. We will cover the form choice in step 5. Before you even open the portal, confirm your residential status. This determines everything. Count your physical days in India during the financial year. April 1st, 2025 to March 31st, 2026. 3 possible outcomes. Non-resident, less than 182 days in India and less than 60 days. If that's you, only your Indian source income is taxed. In resident, 182 days or more or 60-day rules plus 365 day across the previous 4 years. If that's you, your global income becomes taxable in India. The third one is RNOR, resident but not ordinary resident. You are technically resident this year, but you were an NRI in 9 of the last 10 years. You get limited tax Indian income plus foreign business income control from India. One trap to flag, that 60-day threshold extends to 120 days if your Indian source income crosses 50 lakhs. A lot of NRIs miss this and end up filing under the wrong status. So sort it. Let's log into Income Tax portal. Open your browser, go to Income Tax portal, incometax.gov.in, click register, login. On the top right, your user ID is your PAN. Don't try Aadhaar. Most NRIs don't have, and it's not required for you. Enter your PAN, your password, click continue. If you have never registered before, click register here and complete that flow first. Takes about 10 minutes. Once you are in, you will see your dashboard. Look at the top navigation bar, 5 tabs across. Click e-file, a drop down opens with 6 options. The one you want is the very first income tax return. Don't click file form 10F. Yet I see NRIs do this thinking it's the first step for DTAA. It's not. Form 10F is something you submit later in this same flow, and we will get to it in the step 10. Click income tax return. This is the screen where the most expensive mistakes happen. The portal asks you to pick the assessment year. You will see 2 options. AY 2026-27 green card income earned FY 2025-26 governed by the old Income Tax Act 1961 tax year 2026-27. The old card Indian income earned FY 2026-27 governed by the new Income Tax Act 2025. Pick AY 2026-27, not tax year, not the new one. The new tab exists because of the transition. The portal supports both acts during the overlap year, but tax year 2026 is for the income you will earn between April 2026 and March 2027, which you will be filed next year in 2027. Pick AY 26-27, click continue. Pick your form 4 options. ITR 1 for salaried residents with income up to 50 lakhs. NRIs are not eligible. Even if you only have salary income, you cannot use this form. The portal will block it. ITR 2. This is the one for individuals with capital gains, multiple house properties, or foreign income. This is the default form for almost every NRI. ITR 3 for businesses or professional income. Use this only if you have Indian business income. For example, you run a consultancy that bills Indian clients. ITR 4 presumptive taxation under 44AD, 44AE, or 44ADA. Residents only. NRI cannot use this. 98% of the NRIs file ITR 2. Click it just move on. Now the form opens. First section, Part A, General Information. Your name, PAN and DOB are pre-filled from your profile and locked. You can't edit them. If anything is wrong, you fix it from your profile over. Address, enter your foreign address, flat, building, city and the country drop-down. Pick the country where you currently live. Mobile, include the country code. For UE, that's +971. US is +1. UK is +44. Aadhaar, leave blank if you don't have one. NRIs are not required to link Aadhaar. Indian bank account, this is where your return will land. Use an NRO or NRI account. The portal will not accept a foreign bank account. Enter the IFSC code and select the account type. Click Save and Next. Schedule for residential status. 3 radius buttons. Resident, non-resident, RNOR. Pick non-residents, NRI, if that's what we confirm in step first. Then enter your days in India this financial year. Be honest. The portal cross-references against immigration record. If you say 15 days but your passport says 90, that's a notice waiting for help. Also enter days in India across the preceding 4 years. This is for the 365-day cumulative check. Passport number, country of resident and your overseas taxpayer ID. For UAE, that's the Emirates ID. For US, it's the SSN or ITIN. For UK, the NI number. Once you fill this, you will see a green badge auto-validate. NRI, that's confirmed the portal has accepted your status. Save and Next. Now you tick which income types apply to you this year. 6 heads available. For a typical NRI, you will tick 3. House property, if you rent out an Indian flat or own one that's deemed let out. Capital gains, if you sold shares, mutual funds or property in India. Other sources, interest from your NRO account, FD interest, dividends from Indian stock. Leave salary unticked unless you actually worked in India this year. Leave foreign income unticked. That's for RNORs, not NRIs. Leave business professional unticked. That needs ITR 3, not ITR 2. Save and Next. Capital gains is where most NRIs spend the most time. 2 sections. Section A, short-term capital gain. Anything held for less than 12 months for equity or less than 24 months for property. Rate 20% after July 23, 2024. Before that, date was 15%. The portal handles the date split automatically based on your transaction dates. Enter your gains from equity under section 111A and gains from property or non-equity under the other field. Section B, long-term capital gains. Equity held more than 12 months, property more than 24 months. Rates 12.5% after July 23, 2024. There is a 1.25 lakh annual exemption on equity LTCG. The portal applies this automatically. The critical thing for NRIs, you don't get the basic exemption limit on capital gains. Residents too. NRIs are taxed from Rupee 1 on STCG and LTCG. Even if your only Indian income is 2.5 lakh of capital gains, you pay full tax on it. Now click Save and Next. This is the step that saves you the most money, the DTAA benefit. Without claiming DTAA, the portal will deduct TDS at the default rate, usually 30% for NRIs on interest and dividends. With DTAA, you pay the lower TT rate, often 10 to 15%. 3-step process. 1. Get your TRC, tax residency certificate from your country tax authority. From UAE, you get it from the Federal Tax Authority. From the US, it's IRS Form 6166. From the UK, it's HMRC. Most countries issue these within 2 to 4 weeks. Second, file Form 10F electronically. Go back to e-file, select File from 10F, upload your TRC details, submit. Third, back in your ITR, fill Schedule FSI and Schedule TR, foreign source income and tax relief. This tells the portal you have already paid tax abroad and want credit for it. Common DTAA rates: USA 15% on interest, UK 15%, UAE 12.5%, Singapore 15%, Canada 15%, Australia 15%. On dividends, the rate range from 10% to 25% depending on your treaty. Get the TRC and 10F submitted before you finalize the ITR. If you have already had 30% TDS deducted at source, you can still claim the difference as refund through the filing. Pick your tax regime. 2 cards. New regime, default, basic. Exemption 4 lakhs. Slabs goes up to 30% above 20 lakh. No deductions under ATC, ATD, HRA, etc. Old regime, opt-in, basic exemption 2.5 lakhs. Slabs up to 30% above 10 lakh. But you can claim ATC, ATD, HRA, home loan interest, etc. For NRIs, the new regime almost always wins. Why? Because most of the ATC and ATD benefits, life insurance premiums, ELSS, health insurance, have NRI specific restrictions anyway. You can't fully use them. So the higher exemption under the new regime usually beats the reduction you have claimed under the old regime. Run both calculations. If you are unsure, the portal has a comparison tool, but default to new unless you have a specific reason. Now in last, let's see tax computation summary. You will see total income, tax payable, TDS already deducted, and self-assessment tax due. That last number is what you still owe. It's 0 or negative, you will have a refund coming. If you owe tax, click pay via Challan 280. This redirects to the ePay portal. Pay through net banking from the NRO or NRI account. Save the Challan number. Then e-verify your return, and you must do this within 30 days or your return is treated as not filed. 4 options. Net banking works for most NRO and NRI account. Easiest method. Digital signature certificate, if you have a class CDSC, works flawlessly. Aadhaar OTP usually unavailable for NRI. You can skip it. Post the ITR file to CPC Bangalore. Fall back if everything else falls. Sign the ITR file form. Courier it to the CPC office in Bangalore. Slow but reliable. Click e-verify. Complete the verification and you will get the ITR file acknowledgement by mail within minutes. Save that mail. That's your proof of file. Before you submit, 6 things to check. First, you didn't accidentally pick ITR 1, not allowed for NRI. Second, you picked AY 2026-27, not tax year 2026-27. 3, you submit form 10F if you are claiming any DTAA bank. Without it, you don't get the lower rate. 4, your refund bank account is Indian NRO or NRI, not foreign. 5, you didn't file claim ATC deductions. Many ATC items don't apply to NRI. ELSS, yes. PPF, no. NRIs can't open new PPF account. Life insurance premium only if paid from an Indian account. 6, you e-verified within 30 days. Filed but not verified equals not filed. Late fee plus interest takes up. That's the full flow. 12 steps from the login to acknowledgement. A few final tips before you go. If your filing is complex, multiple properties, capital gains across asset classes, double taxation across 2 countries, it's worth getting a chartered accountant who specializes in NRI tax. The 5-10,000 rupees they charges nothing compared to a tax notice or a missed deduction. If you are filing late, you can still file a belated return until December 31st, 2026 with a late fee up to 5,000 rupees. And if you discover a mistake after filing, you have until March 31st, 2027 to file a revised return. If this video saved you time, drop a like, subscribe and share it with one NRI friend who about to file. I am publishing one of these every tax, investing, real estate, retiring planning for NRIs. Drop a comment with your trickiest filling question. I read everyone. See you in the next video.